Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Major League Baseball Power Rankings for, well, me, your host, Trey Martin. And yes, I know this doesn't say week one, blah, 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 because this ain't football. This ain't where you have a game a week. No, this is a game every single day. And no, there ain't week one games, week two games. No, no, no. Dude, you're just what day they play. Okay? So, unless this is so, it's much easier to understand and much better to understand if you just go on the days. So this is going to be this week's power rankings for June 17th, 2019. Now, starting with the rules, we didn't have to go to the second tiebreaker, but we did have to use some of the first tiebreakers. Now, the first rule is you have to do the run differential per game. Yes, it's per game. I'm not looking at the overall run differential because that can be misleading because the teams aren't all on the same number of games. And then I look at the win-loss record. For the first tiebreaker, I look at the current streak they're on. And for the second tiebreaker, I look at how they did the last 10 games. Now, rounding this off, once again, it's the Baltimore Orioles. Okay, it's the O's. It's the chocolate cookies with the creamy center. Oh wait, those Oreos. Sorry. Now, this team is obviously the worst team because they have the worst run differential at negative 2.127 per game. They've allowed more, at least around more 2 runs. They lose by 2 runs basically every game. They don't really win games. And they have the worst record at 296, and they're the only team right now with a record in the 200s, okay? All the other teams at least have a 300 record. So, yeah. They got the maximum score possible, which you don't want. You want to have the lowest score possible. You want the lower your points, the better. They got 60 points, and they're on a 5-game losing streak. Yeah, Mm, this isn't looking very good for the Orioles. Not at all. So, the Orioles kind of suck. They're a decently bad team. I don't think anyone's really surprised by this. Probably surprised that they're last place, considering how long the Marlins have been in last place. But mm, I guess it's their turn to be at the very very bottom now. And with that, let's just go on to number 29, which is not the Marlins, but instead is the Detroit Tigers. Now, this team uh started off pretty good, honestly. I think they relieved their vision for a little bit, and now they're not doing so hot. They're 29th in the run differential. They almost allow 2 runs per game. They almost lose by 2 runs per game every game. Their run differential is negative 1.971 per game. Their score is 368. This team, yeah, when were they good again? A long, long time ago? Yeah, that don't matter no more though. They have the World Series were long ago. They haven't won one. They got close, but they haven't. They haven't won, so there's that. They got 55 points, and they're currently on a 4-game losing streak. Damn. Kind of hard being a Tigers fan right now. Kind of hard being an Orioles fan. Honestly, for the bottom 10 teams, it's hard being a fan for any of them. No, there's the Miami Marlins. The crap team. The team that has a whole bunch of nutting. A team that just kind of sucks from the owner to the players to the stadium to everything. I guess the logo's a little better. I honestly think the logo's pretty good now. It's much better than last last year's. The Miami Marlins, at least they aren't close to a negative 2 run differential. They're at negative 1.101. That's 26th. They're 28th in the record at 362. That gives them 54 points. And yes, we needed to use the tiebreaker here, which they lost. because they're on a 1-game losing streak, and the team that won was on a 1-game winning streak. The Miami Marlins, just a crappy team all around, man. Now the team that won the tiebreaker, the Toronto Blue Jays. Okay, so fuck you. Okay, no. Yeah, you're a Canadian team. Okay, you're a Canadian team. I get that. You're at the bottom. That kind of excuses you being bad at baseball and being at bottom of the power rankings. Okay. You lost joyously to the Astros 15-2, where the Astros got a wonderful 15-run game with a great grand slam. Then you lost again to the Astros in another blowout. But then you got your revenge for some reason. The Astros played horribly, as we horribly. Not even a single run. Well, yeah, got double-digit runs. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a little pissy. You're 27th in the run differential at negative 1.113. You're 27th in the record at 336. That gives you 54 points, and you won the tiebreaker, making you 27th. No, you should be 30th, because fuck you. They're Canadian. You know what? Canada, you won the NBA Finals. You knocked out the Warriors. I thank you for that. You should have let us swept you. Or at the very least, not blown us out that badly in the third game. God damn. Alright, now we look at the Kansas City Royals, a team I don't really care for at all, a team that kind of sucks a lot. They're 24th in the run differential at negative 0.972. They're 29th in the record at 324. That gives them 53 points, and they're currently on a 1-game winning streak. The only real good thing this week for the Kansas City Royals is they moved up the power rankings, and I guess right now they're on a winning streak, but like the Royals just kind of suck ass right now. Royals are not a good team. Like I said, the bottom 10 teams is really hard being a fan for them right now, except for the fucking Blue Jays for that one game where they destroyed the Astros. But you know, whatever. Let's just move on. San Francisco Giants. They have a team that just needs to fix itself. A team that used to be a dynasty, but now isn't, and it's just kind of hard to see. Yes, you moved up in the power rankings, but you're still in the bottom 5. Your run differential is negative 1.188 for 28th place. Your record's 435 for 24th place, 52 points, and you're on a 1-game losing streak, so at least it's only a 1-game losing streak, I guess. And then 24th, the first team, or not really the first team that hasn't moved was the Baltimore Orioles. Okay, the second team that hasn't moved, the Seattle Mariners. This team, I'm not sure what happened. This team started out really hot, and now it's just really cold. I was expecting a lukewarm team, but nope. It was really, really hot at the beginning, and it's now just like ice cold. Well, at least I guess that's better than lukewarm. Now the Mariners are 23rd in the run differential at negative 0.907, and they're 25th in the record at 413. That gives them 48 points. And a little bit of good news for the Mariners. They're on a 1-game winning streak. Who knows? Maybe they can still get, what, 3rd place in division? Hey, gotta be a realistic goal. Can't be, unrealistic telling them to win division. The next team that hasn't moved, the Pittsburgh Pirates, a crappy team that I heard people talking about how this team's gonna be good, and yeah, this team's so good that they have a crappy run differential at negative 1.085 for 25th place, and a horrible record at 451 for 22nd place. Yeah, turns out that what I've been saying about the Pirates ended up being true. Okay, so Okay, but I can't be right about everything. I'm wrong sometimes. But when it came to the Pirates, I was clearly right. They got 47 points, and they're currently on a one-game winning streak. And you know what? I'm tired of saying I'm feeling bad for the Mets. Okay? You moved down in the power rankings. You're 20th in the run differential at negative 0.268. You're 20th in the record at 479. You're on a one-game losing streak, okay? Okay, I know what it's like to go years, to have a crappy year. Okay, I understand that. The Astros have had crappy years. Texans have had crappy years. The Rockets have had bad years. But it's got to be much harder considering you're in the same house as the Yankees, who are doing really good right now. Plus, they have 27 World Series championships, so it doesn't matter if you win a couple of the next few years, you're just screwed because Yankees. But come on, give your teams a little bit of hope. Stop being the fucking Mets, basically. Stop being the Mets and do good. Okay? 21st place. This team, yeah, well, I'm okay with wanting the Mets to do good. You, on the other hand, you just need to go. You're moving up. You're moving too far up now. Okay, you're 21st. That's too high. Go back down where you belong. You crappy team. Yeah, the White Sox. Uh, okay. But wait, I was so I had a commenter talk about how this team had a good player. Blah blah blah. Well, I get it. I don't like the White Sox because of who they are and what they did to the Astros in 2005. But come on, even if I don't like the team, as you see with the Yankees, I don't like them. They're decent spot. The rankings aren't based on how I feel. So I'm happy they're doing bad, but come on, this ain't how I feel. Because of how I feel. This is because they're actually a pretty bad team right now. Okay? They're 22nd in the run differential, which is negative 0.814, and they're tied for 17th in the record, which isn't even a winning record. The record's 486. That gives them 39 points, and they lost the tiebreaker with the two-game losing streak. Come on now. I don't want to hear how good one player is. Okay? Yeah, the team, in order to be good, in order to move up, in order to prove something like that, you gotta, well, have it translate onto the field for the whole team. Now, the White Sox are rounding off the bottom 10, which is why I say they're moving up too high. Like, they're rounding off the bottom 10. They need to move down. They need to stay in the bottom 10. Don't go into the middle. Now, we're going to move on to the middle, though. Start the middle. We get the Washington Nationals, who moved up to the middle. Now, they're 18th in the run differential, which they actually have a positive run differential. How about that? It's 0.014, and then they're 21st in the record at 465. That gives them 39 points, and they won the tiebreaker with a one-game winning streak. See? Lost it due to two-game losing. Won it due to a one-game winning streak. Good job, Nationals. Okay. Now, what has happened to the Nationals? I expected, and I don't know. I don't know when they'll be good again, because every team is good at some point. But not every team wins the World Series good, but like every team is good at some point. The Astros were good in 2005. They made it to the World Series, but they weren't win the World Series good. The Indians were good in 2016, but they weren't win the World Series good. Like every team can be good. Every team's going to be good at some point. When will the Nationals be good in? I don't know. The world may never know. Moving on to 19th, I guess they're getting closer to memorable, considering how they're the most immemorable team for me. Once again, as I'm looking at the team, they're not doing anything spectacular. I guess they can only do things spectacular when I'm not looking at the team. When I look away, they'll do good. When I'm not born yet, they might do good. When I'm not paying attention to the team, they might do good. But when I sit here and I'm making videos on the team and I'm looking at the team, apparently they don't do good. I guess that's why they're always forgettable to me. And I guess just timing. Now the San Diego Padres, they are moved down to 19th. They're 21st in the run differential at negative 0.528, and they're tied for 17th at the record. Ooh, and 486. And that gives them 38 points, and they're currently on a one-game winning streak. So at least there's the winning streak. Moving up to 18th is the Los Angeles Angels. Los Angeles Angels. They are 19th in the run differential at negative 0.042, and they're tied for 17th in the record at 486. That gives them 36 points, and they're currently on a one-game losing streak. And once again, the Angels are a good example on why you don't rely too heavily on one player. Just saying. Yes, they moved. Yes, I get it. They moved up in power rankings. I don't give a crap. They still kind of suck. They're still in 18th. It's not like they're doing good. Now, the Cincinnati Reds, once again, somehow has a positive run differential that's in the top 9. Not just the top 9. Okay, the run differential is 551. Plus 0.551. How? I don't know. But you know what? This team's crappy considering they're 23rd in the league for their record at 449. But you know what? Because of their somehow super awesome run differential, they have 32 points instead of, it being in the 40s like it should be, which gives them, and they're currently on a one-game winning streak, but who gives a crap? So the Cincinnati Reds, a bizarre team, moved down to only 17th spot. At least they're not where they don't belong like they used to be in the top 10, but they've got to be a decently scary team when you look at their run differential. Dang. Now, moving down to 16th is the Oakland Athletics. They are now in the bottom half. Now, they are 12th in the run differential at 0.333, but they're 16th in the record, which is still a measly 500. That gives them 28 points, and they lost the tiebreaker for their one-game losing streak. Which team won? Well, which team won and made it to the top half? Because this is the halfway point. Well, the top half, it was the St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals are 13th in the run differential at 0.171, and they are 15th in their record at 514. That gives them 28 points, which tied the Oakland Athletics, but they won it due to their one-game winning streak. Now, I do have a subscriber out there that's a St. Louis Cardinals fan. I know that. It's a sports critic. I guess some good news for you this week is, yeah, they moved up and they're in the top half now. And congratulations, St. Louis Cardinals. You're in the top half of the power rankings now. You're not in the bottom half no more. Woo woo! Yay! That's something to celebrate. Well, a team that's also moved up to the top half, the Cleveland Indians. The Cleveland Indians are 16th in the run differential at 0.129 and 12th in the record at 529, and are somehow not first place in their division because there's an actual good team in their division. Wow. Okay then. Now, oh, I forgot this was a three-way tiebreaker. This is the one three-way tiebreaker we have. St. Louis Cardinals, they got the middle with their win streak, but the Indians won all of it with their three-game winning streak. So, with the Indians and the Cardinals winning the tiebreaker, they knocked the Athletics to the bottom half of the Power rankings. This team hasn't moved. They're the Colorado Rockies. They're tied. They're tied for 14th in the run differential at 0.169. They're tied for 13th in the record at 521, but they're somehow not tied for their total points, which is 27. But they do have a tied streak, which is negative, which is a 1-game losing streak. But the Colorado Rockies, they're a decent mediocre team. They are going to win the World Series this year. But at least they aren't crappy. They're like I said, decent mediocre team. They're a pretty good team, especially when they want to be. A team that's not in the top 10 no more and moved down, the Philadelphia Phillies. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I was not expecting this team to win the World Series. Like I said, Bryce Harper's going to be the best player who never wins a World Series. I don't think the Phillies are going to ever win. They aren't holding their division no more. The Phillies lost their division. Now the season isn't over. They can get the division back, but it's a bit late in the season right now, and it's getting closer and closer and closer to the All-Star break, which means we're getting closer and closer and closer to the games that actually matter. Meaning, well, we got a bit of a problem here with the Philadelphia Phillies not leading the division. Come on. Like I said, this team's gonna rely too much on Bryce Harper. And well, I guess it's already showing because they're not leading the division. Now, another team who fell out of the top 10, the Texas Rangers. A team I do not like. I don't think deserves to be in the top 10. A team that is somehow in second place in the division, but a team that, is really a Washington team, needs to become the Washington Expos again. Like, I don't know. This is just, yeah, I don't like them. Texas Rangers, they are 11th in the run differential at .479. Somehow, the crappy Texas Rangers have the 10th best record, though, at 535. That gives them 21 points. And we needed a tiebreaker, which they lost with their 1-game losing streak. Good job, Rangers. You suck. Now, the team that made it to the top 10 based on the tiebreaker, it's the Milwaukee Brewers. The Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee, even though you didn't get some good news in basketball with you losing to the Canadian team, but you know what? At least you got some good news in baseball. You are in the top 10. Now, you didn't push anyone out of the top 10 because you didn't move at all, but you are in the top 10. You are tied for 14th in the run differential at 169. You're 7th place for the record at 563. That gives you 21 points with the tiebreaker that you won. Good job, Milwaukee. You got some good news for sports. Moving down to 9th place, the Arizona Diamondbacks. They are 7th in the run differential at 0.795. And they are tied for 13th in the record at 521. That's 20 points. And the Arizona Diamondbacks are currently on a 1-game losing streak. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm tired. I've been working a lot, so this video is going to be a little shorter. The Boston Red Sox. They moved up. They finally made it into the top 10. Yes. They finally made it into the top 10. Congratulations, Boston. You're now in the top 10. How does it feel after 2 weeks in a row being in 11th place and being in 11th because you lost the tiebreaker? Well, Now you're in 8th. You are finally in the top 10. But fuck you, Boston. We are going to be somewhat conference rivals. Not division rivals, but conference rivals because we're both a good team. And Boston has too many championships. Now, they are 8th in the run differential at 671, and they are 11th in the record at 534. That gives them 19 points, and they are currently hot right now because they are on a 5-game winning streak. Fly away, birdie. Fly away, Boston Red Sox. As the bird that people flip at you. Now, the Atlanta Braves take the 7th spot. Now, the Braves are doing actually really good right now. A little bit surprising, but not really. I kind of expected them to do decent. But, they're doing really good, not just decent. They are 10th in the run differential at .542, and they are 6th in the record at 583. That gives them 16 points, and they're currently on a 1-game winning streak. And once again, still hasn't moved. In 6th place, it's the Chicago Cubs. Now the Cubs are 6th with the run differential at, once again, 6th for the run differential at 0.859. But they're not 6th for the record some reason. They are tied for 8th in the record at 549. That gives them 14 points while they're on a 1-game losing streak. Let me guess, next week, you're going to be in 6th place again. And why aren't you leading your division? Yeah, here's your question. Why aren't you leading your division? You're supposed to be leading your division. Okay. Better be. I don't know if you're going to win your division, but, wow. Now we have the top 5. The super awesome teams. These are the main powerhouses. And they really are powerhouses. As the first team to round off the powerhouses are the Tampa Bay Rays. A really, really good team right now. And they are 4th in the run differential with a 1.366. They are 5th in the record at 606. That gives them 9 points. But, they lost the tiebreaker with a 1-game winning streak. But, dang, this team is really a powerhouse. And another team that's a powerhouse every single year of their existence is the New York Yankees. They are 5th in the run differential at 1.029, and they are 4th in the record at 614. That gives them a 2-game, that gives them 9 points, and they won the tiebreaker with a 2-game winning streak. A 1-game winning streak. But the New York Yankees, everyone hates because they're always good. I can't wait till, people start hating on the Houston Astros. Now, we get into the metals, the top 3, the favorites to win the World Series. Now, to start the top 3, the team that's getting the bronze, once again, it's the Houston Astros. I don't think this is surprising anyone. It's the Houston Astros once again. Hold on. They are 3rd in the run differential at 1.417, and they are tied for 2nd in the record at 667. They should be 1st in both categories because they are the best team and they are gonna win the World Series. But hey, we didn't have the best record in 2017. That didn't seem to matter. We're gonna win it again in 2019. They have 5 points, and we are currently on a 1-game losing streak because of the fucking goddamn Blue Jays and their one awesome game and how horrible we played that game. God damn. 2nd place, the Silva. Who got the Silva? Well, this time it's the Dodgers. They got the gold last week, and we were wondering how long can the Dodgers hold 1st place? Well, not very long because they're already in 2nd. Man, they are 2nd place for the run differential at 1.542, and they're tied for 2nd at the record at 667. That gives them 4th place, which gives them, and they're currently on a 1-game winning streak. They're in 2nd place. Just do. They got a silver medal. The team with the gold. Which team have I not said anything about this entire time? Well, the last team that has not been talked about, it's the Minnesota Twins. They are the best team, unarguably, once again. They are in first place in a run differential at 1.657, and they're first place for the record at 671. They have the least points possible, and they're currently on 1 game losing streak, but that don't matter because they have the least points possible. They're going to be in first place no matter what. So congratulations, Twins. You have taken back the crown and the gold medal. How does it feel to be in first place again? Wow, logo. Now, this has been the top, well, not the really the top, but the power rankings with Texas Sports TV. Now, have a good day, y'all. As soon as I get there, have a good day, y'all.